In this video, you will learn about Sellzone, which is a collection of tools for Amazon business owners. And this solution is provided by SEMrush, which is a company, well-respected company among online marketers for many years. They were focusing a lot on SEO, and this time they decided to help Amazon sellers as well. This video is part of the Demo Mondays video series where we invite different Amazon seller software providers and we ask them to present their tool just like this on the screen. In this video, you will meet Dan. He will be representing Sellzone. He will walk us through all their tools which are available at the moment. And if you would like to try yourself Sellzone, you will find the link below in the description. Also the special offer they provided for Orange, Klik and Demo Mondays viewers. And as always, if you like our videos, don't forget to click the like button below and subscribe to our channel. Hello Dan, it's nice to have you here. Could you please tell us what is Sellzone and how does it help Amazon sellers?
Yes, of course. Thank you very much for having me. Sellzone is a comprehensive toolkit designed to help Amazon sellers make the most of each of their Amazon product listings. This is done by influencing visibility, traffic, conversion. The product, for those of us that old enough to remember, was formerly called Sellzone. They renamed and rebranded the product back in May 2021. The product is actually brought to you by the SEMrush team. So as you and I were talking about before, SEMrush, for those of us that have been in search for a very long time, we know that they've been around for about 12 years providing solution to marketeers. And it's one of the most leading products in the marketing world with over 7 million users at the moment. And Sellzone is a startup within SEMrush. They ask people like me who are evangelists towards the brand to talk about their experience and where we've got that get the best for the product from Amazon sellers. Myself, since I've been selling since 2012, they asked me for a lot of feedback, and others like me to get a lot of feedback, say where are your problems with Amazon and where can we help with those as well.
Yeah, sounds really interesting, especially that SEMrush is backing up this project. And before we go into full demo, could you tell us for what kind of Amazon sellers are you targeting this solution?
Yeah, so there's a variety of sellers that we are going to be targeting. So from my experience, I'm a very experienced seller. It's really useful for those looking to expand their Amazon business and increase them, all the way down to Amazon newbies who are even looking to start to find a product and build their analytics to understand that as well. Sellers who don't have any resource to hire somebody else like me or my colleagues in the world to actually help them with Amazon. The other side of things as well is agencies and marketeers. So people that have Amazon agencies or SEO agencies that do Amazon, and marketeers working within Amazon as a feature. And then the last but not least, but SEMrush fans, people that are dedicated to the toolkit, people that have used it before and are always interested to see where we can grow from there.
Perfect. And very important question for international users. What marketplaces of Amazon are you covering with Sellzone?
So Sellzone at the moment just covers the .com.
And now we're ready to jump into your screen and just learn how Sellzone works and what we can get from it.
Really looking forward to sharing this with you all as well. As you can see here, there's quite a wide tool selection regarding what is in the Sellzone product. There's a couple of products that need to link to your Amazon account directly. So the PPC optimizer and the split testing tool. If you were to click into Sellzone and log into this section for the first time, it would show you a click through here that would link then to your Amazon account. It's very simple, very easy to do as well. So as we're on it, I'll show you the PPC Amazon optimizer. This is a very simple, straightforward tool that relies very heavily on the automation, but also the manual processes within PPC optimization. As we all know from PPC within Google, within Bing, there's no just one way to build around it, but this product within Sellzone is really useful in that sense as well. So in the first instance, we are to select a product. So this is the SKU that I'm going to be working on the product. I put a start date in automatically. Now, for me, because I tend to optimize as I go along with the product, I don't tend to put an end date in. If I was to put an end date in, I would select a minimum of a month or 4 weeks, because that's when you get the best amount of data. This is just from personal experience. This is nothing to do with the Sellzone platform. Normally, you wouldn't put an end date in, but in this instance, let's put in 4 weeks. We then put in what the daily budget is going to be. Now, again, this is going down to my own experience. Like I say, I've been selling since 2012. When we come into the dollar format, the minimum that you really need to be putting in is $50 for your daily budget, because you don't tend to get that much traction otherwise. So if we then go to start, so what we then have once we've set up this product is what we call the auto group. Now, the auto group is very, very interesting, because it then goes through all the selections that the Amazon would say. Now, we mentioned before about starting off with automatic keywords. Now, this for me is the best way to start off with any new product. You start off with an automatic keyword that Amazon has provided, because at the moment in time, if you're brand new to Amazon or you're experienced into this as well, you might not have a good idea of what the keywords are as well. So if we go to the auto group, this auto group is populated from Amazon from the best keywords. We then have what we call the broad group, the exact, and a product group as well. So in this instance, the broad group would be teddies. Anything around teddies, teddies for newborns, teddies for Halloween, etc., etc. So the broad, exact, and product. Now that works very similar to the Google PPC, where it's broad, exact, and product level. As the campaign runs, it's pulled from the auto group. So if someone's searched a broad keyword like teddy, and we've had a pull through there, someone's clicked on the ad, that then gets pulled into the broad group. If someone's put in this specific toy, that'll then get pulled into the exact match keyword set for it as well. And then the product, if we go for this product for the actual brand product itself. So as the keywords are successful or fail, the broad groups, exact groups, and product groups are then filtered through to then pull through to say, actually, these ones will fit back along here, and they're then pulled into the manual. So we then get the better case for pulling through budget. And that's how the PPC optimizer works in the first instance. Just to give you a bit more of a background to it, it's very much designed to help Amazon sellers launch and manage their Amazon ad campaigns by building a semantic core and tracking the effectiveness. And this is where we can pick up and then say, actually, from start to finish, this is something that we can build up and do really well from there. So that's everything that you really need to know about the PPC optimizer tool. If I go back to the home product now, we can then say, let's look into the product research. Now, the product research tool is to help you find an idea for the most profitable products in the categories that you sell in on Amazon. It provides the Fulfilled by Amazon or FBA calculator, so you know whether it's cost effective for you to supply the product or for Amazon supply the product. Normally, given the size of most items, I would say actually it's more benefit within doing FBA, but the FBA calculator will give you the costs and loss around it as well, and it also takes into consideration the Amazon fees and the association with selling this particular product as well. So if I go to the category, I select a popular category, I'll go with appliances. Keyword, let's go with drill. And selling price, this is down to your own, more your own feeling as a seller, whether you're new, whether you're intermediate or experienced, how much risk you want to take within this product. So the big thing that I would then go to say is, right, okay, let's just start with medium selling price, and this would then find the product for me. Now, once the data is collected, we can then say, right, okay, let's look at where we can go through as well. So we're given quite a lot of information. Let's go with this product. So it's a rotary tidy grinder with a telescopic hanging lens. What we get built from here is how many sales there are in the month. So in this instance, we could say, all right, the approximate sales per month are 0 to 50. So for this sort of price products, that's not really going to make move the needle for us in any sense of the way. The average selling price, which, as we know within Amazon, is a very significant point that we need to make sure that we're covering in terms of pricing points, selling points, and what competitors' products are doing along here as well. The fees, so we can see here, okay, what are the fees to be fulfilled by Amazon? So we can then break it down a little bit along here. So the fulfillment fee would be $3.64, and the referral fee would be just over $3 as well. So that breaks down the full total fees for Amazon. So in that sense as well, it would make more sense to say, actually, from the profit margins here, it would make more sense for me just to have this fulfilled by Amazon because it's only $3 the difference, and that's cutting into the profit by 30%. But in this instance, to me, as a first seller, I would say actually the P&L for this makes more sense to send it directly to Amazon. But this is the difference of opinions with people that have done it before. How many competitors you've got? So in this instance, we've got 2 sellers directly. What the reviews are like. So in this instance, what I'd be pushing for is when I launch this product, I could then say, actually, I need to get more reviews and I need to make sure that my ratings are around this as well. The variation types are the child versus the parent ASIN build in this sense. So we could then say, okay, what are the different variations of this product to then go for as well. You can then add them to favorites as you go along. In this instance, like I said, I've only narrowed the field quite drastically here. So if I change drill, or if I leave drill and then move to a higher selling price, find the products. Once we've collected the data, we can see all the data that we'd need coming across here. Again, based on this information, we could then say, actually, this is something that's worth having a look at in the future, even though the sales are very poor. And when we look into the sales being very poor, again, we see the sales volume is 0 to 50, but we then look into things like the keyword research tool to then say, actually, is there a wider market for this, but the competition isn't particularly great? And this is something that we can then also do on Sellzone when we look into the keyword listing tool as well. So that's everything from the product research element of this tool. As I've mentioned it, we can then go into the keyword wizard tool, and I just copy in hedge trimmer. We can then say, well, actually, the keyword terms around that are actually in just below 50,000 searches a month. We can see there's quite a lot of competitors going into here, so we can actually come into those and look at them directly and say, right, these are the competitors. I could then pull out the data that I need here. When we look back into the competitors list or the keywords in this instance, we can then say, right, okay, hedge trimmer is quite a wide variety term. So we've got just over 40,000 searches a month for it. The cordless element of that is not particularly high, but we can see here that we can either go through volume or competitiveness. So in this instance, I would then say, let's go for the higher volume keywords. We can also remove keywords as well. So if we've got, you see here, our brand here is DeWalt. So I could then exclude that keyword to then have DeWalt taken out from here. So I could then take out all the branded keywords, or I can then target my specific competitors as well. So if I wanted to look at Black & Decker hedge trimmer, for that, I can make sure that they're included or they're taken out as well. And this is the competition range, the sales volume, sorry, the search volume, and the included keywords. Now, once we get into this, say these are say these are the terms that I've decided on. I've exported and I've excluded all the ones that I wanted. I then highlight these terms. I can then look at the search terms as a whole. Now, this is for those that sell on Amazon. This is what we call the back end search terms. These are the search terms that you can put into Amazon that aren't indexed and aren't seen by the by your end user. In this instance, we could then say, right, we're ranking for trimmer, hedge trimmer, cordless, battery, competitor brands, etc., etc. We can put this into the back-end keywords. We can then start ranking for those. It doesn't have to be in any order. It doesn't have to read particularly well, as long as you've got them there as well. And we can then export those into a CSV file, whether it's the first selected 100 or the 500 element plus there as well. Again, we go into broad match, phase match, and exact match. Very similar to what we would do with Google AdWords. In this instance, I'd always go with broad match to have a better idea of what you're going to be targeting. And then we can also look into related keywords that, as you can see here, are based on the best ranking products on the first page of Amazon, but there's not a lot of competition around this as well. So once that's loaded up, you would then see these are the keywords where actually there's a lot of relevance around it, or in this instance where there's no relevance around that as well. And that's the keyword wizard tool that we come into Amazon as well. So now I'd like to introduce you to the traffic insights tool within Sellzone. This is mostly to analyze your competitors in traffic in terms of their internal traffic within Amazon, and in an organic report and an external report where we can see how much traffic has been sent over via Google, referral traffic, display ads, or even Google shopping ads as well. So if we come into analyze, optimize, and scale, once this is loaded up, we can then select our competitor. So if we go with this product, we can then copy the URL. This then pulls through the ASIN. Once that's loaded up, we can then ask it to analyze. We can ask it to analyze up to 3 competitors at a time, but for the sake of everyone's sanity and not hearing my boring monotone voice go through them all, we can then say, right, okay, this is the information that we can pull through. So this is the overview of this cordless hedge trimmer. We can see that prior to September, this product probably wasn't live because it wasn't getting any reach whatsoever. We're now getting upwards of 137,000 visits a month for this. We can then break down the reach. So we can then say, right, okay, mostly this has come from Amazon. They've obviously worked on their Amazon SEO. We could then say, right, okay, from this organic keyword, from the hedge trimmers, from the research they've done, mostly we will need to focus on Amazon's organic focus on here as well. The other side of this as well is that if someone's gone into Google and put in hedge trimmers and then gone into Amazon, we can see that actually there's been 484 instances where someone's gone into Google, put into hedge trimmer, and then come on to this product as well. Lastly, but not least, is the outside referrals. So this is something where we've got Google shopping ads or people referring from their own websites as well. And then we've got the full breakdown of Google, the organic traffic, the referring domains, so how many links are going into this product, and how much of the shopping ads and display ads are going through there as well.
Do I understand correctly that here is the advantage of SEMrush backed Sellzone, where you incorporate additional information, let's say about Google and other traffic, because in a lot of other Amazon related tools, they just collect information about Amazon.
Exactly. And the biggest problem with those Amazon tools is they don't take into consideration that on the last note, 44% of Amazon's traffic comes from Google. So these are the things that we have to think about. And when you're thinking about organic SEO within terms of Google, this is why you need to be thinking about your Amazon site as well. And we can break it down even further. We click onto this little drop down here, we get the full breakdown of where they are within which keywords they're ranking for, what the volumes are within those keywords, and the max position within Google as well. As you said, this is the benefit of having a SEMrush back into the tool, because we've got so much more information that comes through here. We've also got the Amazon organic, which we saw in this instance was the biggest driver of traffic. We've then got the full expose of, right, okay, what keywords are they targeting? What's the traffic numbers like, and what's the reach like as well? So this is the keywords that they're targeting, how many ASINs they've got within that, and we can then fully pull out what the SERP features are. Have they got any deals on? Have they got the Amazon choice tag? Have they got, are they highly rated? And have they got an editorial recommendation as well? We then can see what their average search position is and how much total traffic that pulls into it as well. We can then go into direct competitors to say, right, okay, who else are they competing against within this hedge trimmer sphere as well? Furthermore, as we break this down, we look into the referrals. So we can then say, right, okay, these are where the links are coming from. Back to Google SEO, these are the links that are coming directly within from outside to this Amazon listing. We can then see, as we would any link building campaign, these are the people that link to our product. We can then reach out to them to say, actually, does it make more sense for you to link to our products, or then use this as an outreach campaign as well. We then also have the shopping ads and display ads and a few little bit more in that sense as well. So that's everything within the traffic insights. As I said before, we can compare. So if we go back to a competing product, just load this up. We copy the URL. And because we've copied the URL and we copy it directly into this segment here, it'll then also automatically pull the ASIN report for us in there. So now as we wait for this product to load, we can then look at what the overview is for both of these products. If I just pull this through, and we just refresh the page, we can then compare the total reach of the products. So the products, as you can see, it's color coded. So in this instance, we've got the dark purple being the newest of the products versus the cerulean or pink, if we want to get picky, and we can then see how they've done versus the competitors. So in this instance, we can see here that the second product has been around much longer, has much stronger reach. It has had a lot of its traffic taken from the organic sphere, but where it is surpassing its competitor is in regards to referrals. It's getting 140 million referrals in comparison to the other products. So that's where the big jump is in that as well. So if I was this product here, I would see straight away that this product is focusing on referrals and then building it along there as well. And that's the traffic insights tool. And this is where the real competitive advantage, and as you said right at the start, this is where we have the advantage within the Sellzone tool, because with Google, they've got that experience with Google within SEMrush. We can then pull all these external factors that just most tools just can't do at the moment in time. So I'm now going to take you to our listing quality check. Now, the listing quality check is to get the most detailed checklist around your product. So what we can then go to here is we click on the listing quality check. We can see a few that I've run previously, but if we put in, for example, the URL that we had before, this then takes a little while to load up, but once we've got the data here, we have the full breakdown of how well this product is ranking, where it could be improved, where its weaknesses are. And for me, in terms of an audit, it would give me the first steps to say, right, this is where I would start out, this is where I finish, and this is where we build up to it as well. So if we go onto this product and then view the details, we can see that out of all the checks, we've had 15 successful checks. The title does not exceed 200 characters. The promotional message is there. Now we can also see where the problems are. So there's two issues here within the style guide. We can see that they need to remove the hyphens, symbols, periods within the bullet points and use comma and punctuations. Now, a lot of people in Amazon are seeing this very fully at the moment. A lot of people still use the brackets within the bullet points or use exclamation points overly within the titles. Amazon is really starting to crack down on that, and this is where we get to pull out and see these issues, and we can then say, actually, these are where we're failing, and this is where you can pull through. Best practices to add a special offer or promotion. Amazon, everyone wants a deal. Otherwise, why would you be there? And then the last full check is all the checks that have pulled through here. So we can see here that this product has got a score of 94%. So out of all the checks they've run that are successful, it's 45, but where we failed, we've got the 3 here as well. So that's the listing quality check. Now, the next part that I'd like to take you through is the listing protection. Now, listing protection is something that's something that's very close to my heart, because there are many competitors within certain fields in Amazon. It's becoming a busier and busier function. There's more Amazon agencies, there's more people trying to compete with products, there's more people that can realize they can make money from Amazon. So what this provides is a 24/7 automated listings monitor and notifications. What we can see here is that we can have it set up emails or text notifications when someone is messing with your listing. So if I go with the same listing that we had before, I can then set up the monitors. This will then collect data around the product that we've mentioned and that we've gone through. Now that the product is loaded, we can then go into the settings of this product. So we can then say, do I just want the emails, or do I want my SMS phone number on there as well? So in this instance, I just want the emails to be set up. We then turn this off into here, and then we can then look at tracking our listings issues. We can look at what keywords we wanted to track. Are we getting the buy box? You know, all these things that are so important when you come into an Amazon listing as well. We can see whether we're being suppressed. We can see where we're doing within the descriptions, the tracking title, and the images as well. So there's so many things that we can track to make sure that we're on top of this and that we're on top of our competitors as well. Because with Amazon being such a competitive landscape at the moment, things are changing very, very quickly. And if you don't stay on top of them, you can be left behind very, very quickly as well. So the last thing that I'm going to show you today is our split testing tool. Now, this is something that's very, very unique to the Sellzone platform, in the sense that, you know, you can do split testing on the Amazon seller or vendor central, but that's only on given products that they will allow you to have. They have to hit certain criteria. Amazon has to approve them. It can take a very, very long time to get what you want. With the split testing tool, within Sellzone, we can actually make sure that we can change these within every single one of our products. So if I take the first product that comes up here, we can create the split test. Now, in this instance, we can then say how long it lasts for. Hopefully, most Amazon experts will agree that 7 days isn't enough to get the right information. So in this instance as well, I would put at least 30 days. So we then publish this on Amazon. We can then say, okay, got it. And now we can actually look at the results as a whole. So we can then say, right, okay, this is what the original version looked like. This is what the test version would look like. We can then pull from here what the statistics are looking for as well. So we then pull out here and we can then see what we're looking for. This is what the original version looks like versus what the test version looks like. Now, once this has been approved, we can then pull that through and then look into the actual statistics. Now, how many click-throughs we've had, how many searches we've had, how many checks onto the keywords that we've had. Once we pull this data, we can then say there is a winner or there's a loser when we come into there, and we can then say, right, okay, we want to keep the winner live or we want to get rid of the user. The reason why we built this tool is to increase the conversions of your A/B testing titles and descriptions of prices, the things that really matter when it comes to Amazon. But anything around that in terms of the A+ content, you can't change that within the split testing tool, but you can change the big factors, as we've seen here, the title, the product description, and the price as well. So that's everything when it comes down to the actual Sellzone product. We've gone through each individual aspect of it. Hopefully it's given you a good idea within the fact that it's for all users from beginning, intermediate to expert level. Anyone that needs an Amazon toolkit that's short on resources or needs something to measure their success, this is what the product has been built for.
And could you reveal any future updates you're planning to release to the users?
Yeah, so some of the future updates that we've mentioned before are expanding into different countries as well. With Amazon growing, we and Sellzone needs to grow as well.
All right. And final question, do you have any offer for Demo Mondays and Orange Click viewers?
Yes, 100%. So we're happy to share a special offer with the Demo Monday viewers. Access to all the Sellzone tools, so that's including the beta products, for 2 months with a 50% discount. So that's 2 months at $50.
Perfect. And those who are watching, you'll find the link and all the discount information below in the description of this video. And if people have still some questions, what's the best way to reach out to the support team of Sellzone?
So we can be reached within their Twitter account or through their help at email as well. I tend to speak to them quite a lot through Twitter, but whether you go to them through email, it's whichever you prefer. They're available on all social platforms apart from LinkedIn.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Dan, and good luck in your business. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
If you feel that Sellzone can help your Amazon business, you'll find the link below in the description, and you are welcome to sign up and try them for a few months and see if it works. And again, this software is backed up by SEMrush, which is a well-known organization and company helping SEO specialists for many years on the internet. And now I would like you to invite to watch other video on our channel where Chris Rawlings gives a full breakdown of A+ content, the formula which you can apply for your Amazon product listing to get more conversions and sales.